Good evening. It is so nice to see everyone, and I just want to take a few minutes and just welcome you to this wonderful event, the Advocacy with Impact, just lifting up that promise of public education. We're just so excited that GoCSD can host and have an opportunity to talk about something very precious to us, public education. So, just for a moment, I want to just give you a little bit of background about GoCSD. I am Pam Hedgepeth, and I have the lovely pleasure of serving as Executive Director. And when we think of GoCSD, if we could have our next slide, please, it's important to remember that we actually work from 3 different strategic goals. We call them our buckets. And this is the work of GoCSD. We've been around about 10 years. We have 110 school districts. We represent close to 160,000 students, and we work our opportunities from Joplin all the way to the Boot Hill. And with that work, we focus on professional learning. That's kind of why we were founded. It would help us to really think about the expertise within our schools. You all cannot imagine the smart and wonderful leaders and teachers that we have doing great things. And so we do a lot of networking. We have like-role networks where folks share across the region their expertise. We bring in national experts, and we just push thinking to have our educators like reimagine what education can be and to really have that future focus. And then we also do meaningful partnerships, and you're going to hear a lot about that tonight because we know that the school is really the hub of our communities, and we can't really have a well-rounded student without that well-rounded community. So this notion of bringing business and industry connections and civic connections and nonprofit opportunities into the classroom. And so thinking beyond just the regular classroom, the 4 walls of the classroom, to those other kinds of partnerships that we can have. And so GoCSD is strategically working to bring those partnerships into that opportunity at the classroom level. And then this middle bucket, it's what we're about tonight. We are about championing the great work that teachers and leaders do every day in our public schools. It's about lifting up teachers. If you have seen recently, we do a campaign second Tuesday of every month called Teacher Proud Tuesday. And we just share the stories of great things that teachers are doing. And then we're going to talk a little bit later this evening about another program we have called Go Key Communicators. And it's a core group of community members that care deeply about public schools. And they engage together to learn about legislation that's out there and how we might best articulate our concerns or our happiness about a piece of legislation that's out there. So we're going to give you an opportunity to think about being a part of that group here in just a bit. So with that, I'm going to invite our student greeters to come down, and I'm going to ask Heather Zaromsky. She happens to be the board president here at Nixa, and she will be bringing greetings from the Nixa Public Schools.
Thanks, Pam. Well, good evening, everybody. We are so excited that you have taken your evening to be with us tonight to discuss this very vital effort to increase legislative action for our public education system. And welcome to our beautiful ATOS Performing Arts Center. There we go. We are really excited to be able to showcase this facility, welcome you all, and I want to thank our board and our superintendent for allowing us to be your host tonight. I want to thank our real-world student ambassadors for welcoming everybody in. Let's give them a hand. They're looking sharp in their Portrait of an Eagle shirts. Thank you, students. And I want now for us to please stand as we have the colors presented by the Nixa High School JROTC students. We have Houston Bohannon, Bailey Scott, Landon Broadway, and Dalton Jones. Thank you, and I would invite you to please remain standing as I invite Alex Fletcher, a student at Ozark High School, to sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Alex. And again, welcome to Nixa. I'm going to pass it back to Pam.
Thank you. Thank you, students. And you may be seated. So we had a slide up earlier. If we could go back, I just want to recognize the Greater Ozarks Cooperating School District's team. You can see across here, this is the team that helps support the work we do throughout the region. And then the next slide recognizes our board of directors. These gentlemen and ladies have lots of foresight in thinking about how we can take GoCSD to meet the needs of all the districts that we represent, and also push that forward-thinking practice. So if you would help join me, a round of applause for these board members and our GoCSD team. Thanks for all they do. So with that, I want to set up, we just saw some great actions by students. They're so talented. They just always amaze me, the great ways that they present themselves and the talents that they have. So we're going to take just a moment and just relax. I wish we had some popcorn, but we have a video that we want you to just enjoy that showcases some of the great practice that's happening across Southwest Missouri. We actually have an initiative in our region, very much emulated like one across the Kansas City region, that focuses on this notion of real-world learning. Because we know for learning to be meaningful, for it to be deep and to really resonate with students, it has to be authentic. It has to be real world. And so we've got an opportunity in our part of the state to really equip our teachers and support our teachers to do this great work. And so who better to describe the kind of work that can be than our students? So we're going to share a video with you done for us by some students here at Nixa and led by Jordan Burns, the business teacher here. So sit back and enjoy some of the great practices happening across Southwest Missouri.